By the 15th day of the Kurukshetra war, the commander Drona has turned the battlefield into a dead zone for the Pandava army. Drona carries a divine protection. He is untouchable. As long as he holds a weapon, no force on earth or in the heavens can strike him down. Every conventional assault has failed. The Pandavas are watching their forces dissolve, knowing that if Drona isn't stopped by sunset, their cause is finished. The Pandavas have hit a wall. They can't break Drona's line, so they have to find a way to make him walk away from it. Krishna identifies the only path forward. Since force is off the table, Drona must be manipulated into laying down his weapons by choice. The leverage is Drona's son, Ashwatthama. Drona's devotion to him is the only thing that outweighs his duty as a general. Drona filters every report through a screen of deep skepticism. To him, the battlefield is a web of noise, with one exception. A single path of trust leads directly to the Pandava leader, Yudhishthira. Drona believes Yudhishthira is incapable of deceit, because the king has never spoken a lie. His word is the only evidence Drona will accept as absolute fact. To win the war, the Pandavas have to weaponize that trust. They must convince their most honest man to commit his first act of treachery. The plan starts with a coincidence. Bhima kills a war elephant that happens to share the name of Drona's son, Ashwatthama. Bhima immediately races across the front lines, shouting to the wind that Ashwatthama is dead. Drona hears the name through the smoke. He's shaken, but he refuses to believe a rumor. He cuts through the fighting to find the one man who cannot tell a lie. He confronts Yudhishthira in the middle of the carnage, demanding to hear the truth about his son. Yudhishthira is caught between two disasters. He can save his soul and let his brothers be slaughtered, or he can save his brothers by sacrificing his integrity. Yudhishthira chooses the war. He looks Drona in the eye and confirms the report. Ashwatthama is dead. The first phrase is loud and clear. As Yudhishthira qualifies the statement, his volume drops to a whisper. The elephant. Krishna is ready. He blasts his conch shell at that millisecond, creating a wall of sound that drowns out the qualification. Drona only hears the confirmation. The grief paralyzes him. He lets his bow fall into the mud and sits down to meditate, surrendering his life. While Drona is unarmed and defenseless, the Pandava commander strikes, beheading the general where he sits. The invincible general wasn't defeated by a better warrior. He was defeated by a sound that happened at the perfect time. Before this lie, Yudhishthira's chariot was a symbol of his purity. It was said to hover a few inches above the ground, never touching the earth. The moment the half-truth is spoken, the magic breaks. The chariot loses its lift and slams into the mud, the wheels sinking into the blood and filth of the battlefield. The sinking chariot is the physical evidence of a spiritual collapse. Yudhishthira saved the army, but he lost the one thing that set him apart. He secured the victory, but from now on, he leads as a man just as compromised as his enemies. A deception like this doesn't just end a battle. It changes the nature of the entire conflict. Drona's son, the real Ashwatthama, survives the day. He soon discovers that his father was lured into a death trap by the most righteous man in the world. The realization changes him. If the heroes of the war can lie to win, Ashwatthama decides that his own sense of honor is gone. He begins planning a night raid on the Pandava camp, a massacre of sleeping soldiers that ignores every standing law of combat. By using a lie to kill a general, Yudhishthira unknowingly cleared the way for a survivor who would stop at nothing to get his revenge.